Musa alayhi salam said, Alqu, you throw first. Did Musa say that because he was scared? Did he say that because he was scared? No. Because he wanted their best attempt to be out there, so they can come with the best they could possibly come with, so that there could be no doubt in people's mind that they came with the best they could possibly come with, and one time he could just finish it all. One time we can see the haqq. Because for example, sometimes it's like someone might have, like a basketball game you might play, or a football match, or maybe a wrestling, and it's like, I had a bad back that day, that's why I lost, or I was stressed that day. He didn't want any excuses. He just said, bring it all out. You lot, there's 20,000 of you, all of you, bring out what you came with, and then let the people see. And one time will what? One time we'll expose this. Ulqu, he said to them. فَلَمَّا أَلْقَوْا, when they threw down what they had, and they had strings and little sticks, سَحَرُوا أَعْيُنَ النَّاسِ, they did a magic which bewitched the eyes of the people. They done an illusion that bewitched the eyes. The people thought that there's snakes everywhere. So imagine there's a big arena. There's 20,000 of these guys. Each of them, they're throwing sticks and ropes, and they've bewitched the eyes. It looks like there's snakes everywhere. This is a massive sight. Picture it in your minds, brothers. We're talking at least 20,000 snakes that have been thrown, if not more. Or what looks to be snakes. وَجَاءُوا, and Allah said that these magicians came بِسِحْرٍ عَظِيمٍ, with a mighty magic. Who said they came with a mighty magic? Allah. Allah is telling you, no, what they did was big. These magicians came with something big. If Allah al-Azim, who is mighty, tells you what they did was Azim, it was mighty, better believe it was mighty. Better believe it was mighty. Did that. Allah said, وَأَوْحِينَا إِلَى مُوسَى, we sent revelation to Musa. Allah used to speak to Musa directly. أَنْ أَلْقِ عَصَاكَ, throw down your stick. أَنْ أَلْقِ عَصَاكَ, we sent revelation to Musa. Throw down what? Your stick. فَإِذَا هِيَ تَلْقَفُ مَا يَأْفِكُونَ, remember what the stick becomes? A massive serpent. Everyone sees it. But not just that, it goes and it eats all of what these magicians brought. It devoured it. So before they just saw this snake appear, right? Now they saw the snake came, and it literally wiped out what some narrations mention is 20,000 magicians' magic. And he just threw one stick. And it happened. It was so clear for everyone that was watching. Allah said, فَوَقَعَ الْحَقُّ وَبَطَلَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. So the truth was clear, Allah said. It became established. And what they were doing was falsified. It was abolished. فَغُلِبُوا, and Pharaoh at that moment was defeated, was overcome. هُنَالِكَ وَانْقَلَبُوا صَاغِرِينَ, and what? Right there, he became low. Pharaoh and his people at that point, they had lost. And they became low and they became humiliated. What's worse, to add salt to the wound, imagine Firawn's thinking, no, this is different. Like Firawn's panicking, he's going to lose his leadership. He's going to lose his status of being a god. And that's how he scared the people. That's how he gets them to build these things for him, work. And that's how he's enslaved Banu Israel. So this is it. Firawn's thinking, I'm gone. This is a threat to what? My livelihood. My kingdom. My armies. My army might turn on me. And he's been defeated now. What's worse? These 20,000 magicians. وَأُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سَاجِدِينَ. They fell down into sajda. Who? Firawn? قالوا آمنا برب العالمين. We believe in the Lord of the Alameen. In case anyone's confused who this Lord is, they said, Rabbi Musa wa Harun. The Lord of this man, Musa, and his brother Harun. Believe in Allah. We've realized this is all false. and he is upon truth. Why? Because remember, they're magicians. And there were no magicians better than them. There were no magicians that were what? Better than them. They realized we've reached the highest level of magic. This guy took us out. Not with magic, something extra. This is something else. They realized we just played tricks. Musa actually brought a staff that became a real life serpent and it ate our sticks. Ours was just illusion. Right? To the eyes, this was real. Musa is the messenger of Allah. Brothers, observe these magicians who were a second ago working for Firawn. In Surah Al-Shu'ara, Allah mentions when they threw their sticks, they said, بِعِزَّةِ Firawn. They say by the honor of Firawn. Alaykum salam. What does that mean by the honor of Firawn? When we start something, what do we say? What do we start with? Bismillah. By the name of Allah. Seeking help from Allah's name. They said, بِعِزَّةِ Firawn. We start with not the name, the honor of Firawn. This is kufr billah, this is shirk. We say Bismillah. You can't say, start with the name of anyone else other than Allah like that. They're asking, they're trying to get barakah or help or whatever from the honor of Firawn. This is kufr billah. A second ago they were told you're going to get ajr, you're going to get dunya, we're going to make you close. But when the haqq became clear, and they knew Firawn was going to punish them for this. But when the haqq settled in their heart, so they fell into sujood. When Firawn hears this, Firawn loses it. And there's a characteristic, by the way, of people that are bad. That when you're having an argument with them or a debate with them or you're having a discussion, when they realize they're wrong and they can't answer intellectually, they start to get angry and violent and aggressive. إِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرَ, the Prophet said. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If he argues, he goes nuts. So Firawn sees this. Instead of being humble, instead of realizing I've been defeated, this man has been sent from Allah. And by the way, Firawn knew he was sent from Allah. قال فرعون, he said, آمنتم به قبل أن آذن لكم وإن هذا لمكر مكرتموه في المدينة لتخرجوا أهلها فسوف تعلمون لأقطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف ثم لأصلبنكم أجمعين. He said, you believed in him before I gave you permission? Look at this. He's shocked. The people who would what? Who would not move without his permission. Now have believed in a Lord besides him without his permission? He said, Musa is actually your leader. He planned this. He trained you, You plotted this. And everyone knew this was false. You know why? Because who's the one who gathered these magicians? Was it Musa? It was their idea. And everyone knows it was their idea. But he's angry, so he's saying dumb things, He's saying dumb things. Now everyone's scared because Firawn's angry. And he makes a threat. He said, فَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ, you're going to know what I'm going to do with you. What am I going to do? He said, لَأُقَطِّعَنْ, certainly I'm going to cut. What? I'm going to cut your hands from one side. Then I'm going to cut your foot from the opposite side. ثُمَّ لَأُصَلِّبَنَّكُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ, and then I'm going to crucify you all together. Pay attention. This punishment in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah tells us, is for the people who create corruption on the earth. The ones who are muharibin, the ones who are highway robbers, just people who, not someone who just murders, but people just murdering left, right, center, who create fasad on the earth. Some of the scholars said this is the punishment for the drug dealers and so on and so forth. So he wants to give them the punishment of the mufsideen, the ones who create corruption on the earth. Are they corruptors? They're not corrupt. They just believed in Allah Azza wa Jal, right? So what? He said, I'm going to crucify you on the tree. Ajma'in. What does it mean? All together. Meaning, no one of you, don't think one of you is going to escape this punishment. All of you, I'm going to do this to you. Another ayah. في جذوع النخل. I'm going to put you inside of the palm trees. Is it when you're crucified, are you crucified inside the tree or on the tree? On the tree. Why did he say inside the tree? It's to show, he's saying, I'm going to hammer your skin, your body, I'm going to push it deep. Like, when I stick you onto that tree, you're going to be stuck. Like, it's as if you're going into the tree. It's like you're going to enter the tree. That's how deep I'm going to hammer you in when I crucify you on that tree. What do they say? قَالُوا لَا ضَيْرٍ. Do whatever you want. We don't care. Inna ila rabbina munqalibun. We're going to our Lord. We're going back to Allah. You're going to kill us? We're going to go to Allah. Whether you like, if we're alive, we're going to Allah. You're going to kill us? We're still going to Allah. وَمَا تَنْقِمُ مِنَّا إِلَّا أَنْ آمَنَّا بِآيَاتِ رَبِّنَا لَمَّا جَاءَتْنَا. What is our mistake? What did we do wrong? Accept that, accept that we believed in the ayat of our Lord when they came to us. They turned to Allah. رَبَّنَا أَفْرِغْ عَلَيْنَا صَبْرًا. Oh our Lord, pour on to us patience. وَتَوَفَّنَا مُسْلِمِينَ. And let us die as Muslims. These guys are criminals, magicians, shayateen. They saw the haqq once, brothers. They accepted it and they died for it. And they were happy to die for it. We've been born Muslims. We come to the madrasa, the masjid. How many reminders do you see on TikTok, on Instagram? How many reels have you been for? How many lectures? How many times your mom, dad advise you? Still you don't listen? But these magicians are better than us then. Right? Brothers, we were given the Quran. And the Quran is greater than the signs that Musa was given.